Oil prices have just smashed through $100 a barrel for the first time since 2022. WHT, crude nearly touched $120 today, a level that has historically triggered global recessions. But if you think this is just about supply and demand, you are missing the real power play happening behind the scenes. Let me explain how the Gulf states are rewriting the global financial script right now. Major producers like Kuwait and the UAE have officially begun slashing production. They aren't doing this because they want to. They are being forced into it. A de facto blockade of the Strait of Hormuz has been in place for 7 days, trapping millions of barrels of oil. With nowhere to send the oil, storage tanks are hitting critical capacity, forcing these nations to shut down their taps. This creates an artificial scarcity that is sending shockwaves through every corner of the global economy. Remember how we talked about the US using stablecoins to fund its debt? This oil surge is the second half of that global chess game. Unlike the oil shock of 2008, the United States is now a net exporter of energy. When oil prices skyrocket to $120, it acts as a massive hidden tax on every other nation on Earth. Countries in Europe and Asia who are desperate for energy are forced to print more of their own currency to buy US dollars just to keep the lights on. This devalues their local currencies, while simultaneously propping up the US dollar's dominance. The IMF is already warning that for every 10% oil rises, global inflation jumps by nearly 0.5%. Your savings aren't just losing value to local inflation. They are being drained by a global tug-of-war for energy sovereignty. The Gulf states are using their black gold to demand a new seat at the table, while the US uses high energy prices to export its own economic pressure. Caught in the middle is the average person, watching their purchasing power evaporate at the pump and in the grocery aisle. We are entering an era where energy is no longer a commodity, is a weapon used to determine which economies survive and which ones collapse. This isn't just a temporary spike. It's a fundamental shift in how global wealth is redistributed. If you want to know how to protect your assets while the world's powers fight over the price of a barrel, you need to stay ahead of the curve. Follow or subscribe and stay with us as we track the real flow of money. But here's the one thing no one is asking yet. As the world is forced to choose between paying for expensive oil or watching their own currency fail, what is actually going to happen to the value of your retirement when price stability is no longer the goal of the people who control the money?